We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go, team!
Let's go, team! It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 56 at the mic.
Wentz now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Wentz. Going up top. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long. Wentz now to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 40. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ready. Lock 57.
You must be dreaming.
Tight end right. Tight end right. You got
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going to the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Ed Reed. You can't block me. You can't block me. You got it. Zoom.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing is Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56, Mike.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. I love it.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep.
Go. 280.
Let's go, 1-1.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Going for it with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them, but boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On first down, this is Geis, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence. And
this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown, as his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He was looking for Chandler that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a run with Geis. Ooh, with a juke. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Geis with a carry on second down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Touchdown defense.
Hey, Orbit.
56, Mike, 56.
And we got to get done.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Austin Safari Jenkins. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. 6 down, check 6 down.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wentz going to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Wentz now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
I'm coming. Sunday. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
Again, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Go. Ready?
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 14.
Man, I got you.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
And he's going to go down again. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Deron Payne able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 4. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Wentz now on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down now, it's Chandler, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who.
And got his man complete. 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
Redskins 41, Eagles 9.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Mike's 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I got it.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Exit.
For Tokyo.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Check pass. 56.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Landon Collins on the coverage.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through.